सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's sutra, 7th sutra in chapter 1, section 1. The first chapter, first section, 7th sutra. Tannishtasya mokshobadesat. Tannishtasya mokshobadesat. The translation by Gambhirananda says, Pradhana is not the meaning of the word self, because liberation is promised for one who holds on to that. Swami Veereshwarananda translates as the Pradhana, that Pradhana cannot be designated by the word self, is established because liberation is declared to one who is devoted to that Sat. And I welcome all the devotees and disciples, Satsangis, Samajis who are sitting with us in 175 locations in 86 cities at this moment in 19 countries. So today we are entering into the next level of argument. Vada Pradivada, Kandana Mandana. That's the right word. Kandana Mandana means breaking the ignorant, narrow logic through understanding and adding the Amrita, which happens in your brain when you have the complete understanding. When the cognition of the factual reality happens in you, the Amrita Nadi flows. Amrita means the ecstasy, joy, flows like a liquid inside your brain, awakening non-mechanical parts of the brain. Actually, if your logic functions like a tube in your brain. If it is shrinking to the narrower understandings, it starts experiencing depression. And if it expands more and more to the broader and broader understanding, the Amrita, nectar, flows from the brain, leads to enlightenment. When I explain certain truths, for a moment, if you feel, wow, that is true, your ignorance logic gives way, the logic tube just expands. Through the Amrita Bindu, the nectar drop which flows through that logic tube. If more and more Amrita Bindu, nectar drop flows through the logic tube, it becomes permanently opened and established in enlightenment. All your cognition happens on factual reality, based on existence. That is what I call enlightening Nithyananda effect, N effect. If you are experiencing levitation, Kundalini awakening, Yoga Sutra is great for you. For some reason, if the physical levitation is not happening, don't worry at all. Brahma Sutra is for you. Because the Brahma Sutra is a blessing given to all human beings. All human beings are basically logical. Only rarely few are being centered, are emotion centered, heart centered, or being centered. Basically, by nature, man are logical centered. Because the bringing up makes you logic centered. So Brahma Sutra is for people who are logic centered. Then Brahma Sutra is for mass. Unfortunately, this was never told to the world. Only thing, you need to spend little time to grasp this. I don't know why, unfortunately, the intellectual community did not recognize the greatness of Brahma Sutra internationally because of the religious connotation given to it and thousands of interpretations completely contradicting to each other. A logical mind always wants a clear set of irrefutable, non-misrepresentable aphorisms, formulas. But the greatness of Brahma Sutra is anybody can interpret and misinterpret as they want. If the logic is pure diamond, I can say Brahma Sutra is jewel made out of pure diamond stone without adding any metal. It is not jewel studded with diamond stones, it is made out of diamond stone. Huge diamond stone, just it has been drilled, carved and made into a jewel. That's a description of Brahma Sutra. I'm just downloading the sutra. Because the sutra is established on 12 logic. I'm just releasing one by one each logic on which the sutra is built. Let me read out the sutra to you. Now I am going to show you how this one sutra need to be understood in 12 logical way. Tannishtasya mokshobadesat. Pradhana is not the meaning of the word self, because liberation is promised for the one who holds on to that. See, in the earlier sutras there was an argument presented. Source, pradhana, origin is not matter. But the opponents in the Pada Prativada, one group says why it should not be matter? Why pradhana is not self? Because pradhana itself does not get liberated. It is eternally liberated. Liberation is for the self, I can say identity, which is trying to hang on to the pradhana. If you feel you are poor, you will feel the rich man is greater than you. If you feel you are powerless, you will feel the powerful man is greater than you. So when you become rich, who is liberated from poverty? The person who feels himself as poor, that identity is liberated from poverty. When you become powerful, the identity which feels you are powerless is liberated from powerlessness. If you feel you are ignorant, during enlightenment, the identity which feels it is ignorant is liberated from ignorance. But the pradhana itself is neither bound nor liberated. That is why when you are enlightened, you don't feel something new has happened in you. I tell you, I never felt something new has happened in me. I only felt I had something which was lost. It's like I tell you exactly what happens, what you feel. When you become 25, suddenly one day if you see all the toys with which you played, and you feel, oh God, these toys meant so much for me at the young age. It was almost like my life. But now they don't mean anything to me. They neither bind me nor liberate me. You think at the age of 25 the toys are giving you liberation? You are beyond the liberation granted by toys. Same way, I suddenly felt I am beyond the liberation granted by the ignorance. I just felt, you are not even qualified to give liberation to me, get lost. If you have some mud toys, with which you played in the young age, for which you are ready to even kick your mother, ready to give up anything else except the toys, at the age of 25 you look at the toys, do you say, no, I was bound by you at some time, please give me liberation. No, I think I don't want to get caught with you again at all. No, I am afraid I may get interested in you after 3-4 years. Please liberate me. I should go and sit and listen to some sutra which says Toy Brahma Sutra, which teaches me how to disconnect yourself from toy. Do not remember the toys. Do not see the toys. Do not hear about them. Keep them away from the country where you are living or move them out of the country. No. Even if the toys suddenly become alive and say, oh my son, don't worry, I give you the liberation. You are liberated from me. What are you going to say? Get lost. Who cares for the liberation you give? That's what exactly I felt. At the age of 22, 2000, suddenly I felt, even if the Maya, the ignorance, appears in front of me and says, oh my son, I liberate you. Get lost, who cares? I felt the ignorance and bondage which can be added by the illusion and delusion has not only disappeared from my inner space, it has just does not make any sense anymore. Suddenly you feel you have grown out of it. I wanted to let you know, when you grow out of something, you will not have hatred. Do you hate those toys? How dare these toys have bound me once upon a time? I'll break all of them. No. Unless you are psychologically sick. You won't break them. And you won't make them. Just you are beyond the liberation granted by the toys. Now they can't even tell, I liberate you. No. It's like Ramakrishna's story, beautiful story, in the puffed rice festival in Bengal, West Bengal. There used to be a very great village festival, Panihati puffed rice festival, where the devotees buy the puffed rice and offer it to the deity. So one guy who was selling puffed rice, the merchant, even when the deity is taken in the procession in front of his merchant, his shop, he will not offer one handful of puffed rice to the deity. He's such a miser guy. But one day there was a heavy breeze and all the puffed rice was blowing in the air, being blown in the air, and they are all flying. Then suddenly he got the great devotion and said, Narayana Arpanamastu, Narayana Arpanamastu, Narayana Arpanamastu. Let all these be offered to Narayana. Now he knows he can't hold. But who wants his offering? Narayana will be standing and laughing somewhere. Same way, when the toys give you the liberation, you will be standing and laughing somewhere. Liberation offered by toys is no way useful for you. That is the moment you are liberated from toys. That is why I call Maya Tita. That was one of the name I used during my wandering. It's my favorite name. Maya Tita. I used 54 names. The 54th name is Paramahamsa Nithyananda. Used 54 names during my wandering. It's a rule of the wandering not to use the same name when you go to the different places. Because in one place, if you get the good name, devotees find your greatness, they should not inform the other cities to receive you and take care of you. You should go as a beginner and be able to inspire people by your very radiance and presence and the body language. I have seen in many villages, usually in all villages in North India, there will be a huge banyan tree in the center of the village or a neem tree, under which there will be small deities, or the old people will be sitting and talking. But one good thing in North India, I have always seen the elders sitting and talking some philosophy, or Bhagavatam, or all those things. So usually, this is the way I will start typically in any village. When I give entrance, I will find out that solitary temple or the tree, go and sit. Usually first day people will look up and down and walk. Second day they will see without even changing the posture, I am just sitting. They will look curiously. By second day evening they will ask. They will not know whether I speak their language or not, so they will ask in the, just through action. Baba Kana, I will say. If I say, then they will walk. Third day, usually morning, I will see that they will not even ask. They will be there with little food or fruits, or usually only uncooked things they will bring, because there is an apprehension that sadhus may not eat the cooked food, cooked by somebody else. So uncooked food they will bring. But when I eat the fruits, they will know, oh, he will accept cooked food. Then by third day, it will be a feast. If I stay there for a week and leave, I'll see at least some 20 people will be walking with me till I go to the next place. They will walk with me at least for 3-4 hours. This is a usual drama. This is a usual drama even while I was traveling in US to teach. When I land, nobody will be there to receive. Then after 3-day public satsang and 1 ASP, when I leave, some 40 people will be standing in the airport with the tears to give me farewell. It's a usual drama. If you are an old devotee, you can remember the good old days. It's a usual drama. Maya Tita means even if Maya appears in front of you and says, I liberate you, you'll say, who are you? Relax, go and take care of your job. So enlightenment is not for your original existence. It is for the identity in you which feels it is bound. See, a man who is working for wealth, feeling consciously poverty as the first important problem in his life, does not feel the necessity for enlightenment. He does not suffer so much with his ignorance because he is suffering with his poverty. His whole inner space is occupied by the poverty. So for him, rich man is a liberated man. He is the God. That is why he worships rich man, runs behind rich man, tries to become like him. But always underground there is a strong jealous and vengeance towards that rich man. Same way an intelligent man. When an ignorant guy looks at the intelligent man, he worships him. He feels he should become like that intelligent man, runs behind. Literally ready to do anything to become intelligent. Same way a powerless man, when he sees powerful people who can do anything, he runs behind them. It's very important truth to know what all the parts of you feels lacking something. Does the part of you feels poverty? Does some part of you feels powerless? Does some part of you feels ignorant? Does some part of you feel the emptiness of not having enlightenment? Dig out. Actually, the liberation means all these things not only do not touch you, even the liberation from all these things does not matter anymore for you. Ashtavakra very beautifully says, who is bound, who is liberated? There is a beautiful Zen koan. One guy goes to the master and says, when can I become enlightened? Zen masters are known for strong, sudden reactions. He just slaps. The fellow is completely shaken. It's like you go to a master and say, when can I get enlightened? And he slaps you. You cannot expect this from an enlightened being. And especially Zen people are supposed to be such a beautiful people. Joyful people. Zen people have the kind of that sound belongs to only Zen, to nobody else. Even in Brahma Sutra, nowhere you will find that It's all like a cookie cutting, straight. But Zen people have that undercurrent in anything they do. You see, if you observe deeply, anything I do, you will see that Indian temple lifestyle. Morning, first thing when I get up is go and fall in front of Anandeshwara. Last thing I do, go and have darshan of Anandeshwara. Anything I do, if you see, somehow I will not compromise on that one thing, the temple. Whether the buildings I try to build, or the books I try to write, or any thinking, even the paint I try to paint, that underline of the temple will be running. Same way in Zen, anything they do, whether they are garden, or they are books, or the way they teach, or their techniques, in anything, you will find that underlining tone of that's one great thing. So the disciple is shaken. He says, wow, what is this? And when Zen masters slap, they really slap. It's not like pseudo. Unfortunately, they are in the country where you can't sue them. And they really slap. And they are very strong people. And their hands and all, they are well built also. When you have that in your mood and lifestyle, you will never have arthritis or osteoporosis. Your bones will be very strong. That gives you a kind of a tremendous strength. Nothing touches you. That is why the Zen and martial arts is connected so much. Their core never gets affected by any depression. The core is established on The disciple is shaken after being slapped. He stares, looks into the eyes of the master. You can't even ask, why did you slap me? With Zen master, there's another one big problem. You can't question them. You can't say, hey, why did you slap me? No. He'll slap once more. And he will beat with stick. Not even slapping, at least slapping is okay. He'll beat with stick. He just stares. In his eyes, the question is being carried, why did you beat me? Can you use little few words and explain to me so that I can understand and develop myself? And Master himself says, if ours comes and asks me, how can I become ours? What to do? I have to beat it to tell it's already a horse. So if you come and ask me, when can I become enlightened? When can I become Buddha? What to do? I'll have to slap you. You can't even question, can't it be done in a loving way? You can ask all that things. Gurus like me who are silent, little polite, not with Zen masters. The materialistic people give liberation to people who feel poverty in their consciousness. Powerful people give liberation to people who feel powerlessness in their consciousness. So each darshana, each way of life, philosophy, each philosophia liberates certain group of people. Brahma Sutra takes you beyond all those liberations. Understand? Brahma Sutra takes you beyond all those liberations. Tannishtasya mokshobadeshat. The origin is not your identity. Origin is always liberated. Only your identity needs liberation now. How identity can be liberated? Now I will give you 12 logical trends. You need to do that homeless work. Homework means work you do in sitting in the home. Homeless work means work you are supposed to do not going to the home. By not going to the home or by not being in the home.
Nithyananda, thank you for watching, and if you found the video enlightening,
please give it a like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to stay connected with us.
Don't forget to click the bell icon to receive the notifications.